chips. 97 calories, gluten free. It's gonna be shit, innit? Why sell beef Space Raiders and don't sell pickled onion? No original crisps here, they have nothing good. They have nothing on still, there's no crisps, no Tesco's. It's ironic that Tesco had that advert about embracing the 90s, yet they are the only supermarket that don't sell any crisps that are nostalgic from the 90s, isn't it? They're motivated in the aisle, but there's no discos or crisps. Okay, so we're in a beer garden and I'm going to have some Pipers made by farmers delicious jalapeno and dill crisps, 40-gram bag that we're going to have today. I mean, it's quite a good crisp, isn't it? If it's made by farmers, then you're going to pay a little bit more money, aren't you? Than made by like in a factory, a supermarket factory. I've got an image of a farmer like in the back of his farm, just sort of like hacking away at potatoes, and you can always tell the ones that have got the most flavour because they're darker. Eh? See that? I don't know. Like that one. That one. See, it's got the dark outside rim on it. It tells me that there's more flavour than, for example, than that one. See how that's got a much darker edge on the outside? It's normally a symbol of how well baked it is, but normally it does indicate level of flavour as well. So we'll try that. Okay, so when you first eat it, it's very strong on the dill. It's kind of like having a pickly crisp, and at the end, at the back of your tongue as you're swallowing it, you get that hit of jalapeno, which kind of stays with you. It's not too spicy. Say if you're not a spice lover, you could probably still eat these. And I'm pairing this today, these crisps, with a Thistle Cross elderflower cider. It's very hard to get, certainly where I'm from. Very difficult to source this. So, and the reason that I'm pairing it with this is elderflower goes beautifully with spice. Very cooling drink. So this isn't a crisp I would normally buy like for at home. This is not what we class as a at home crisp. This is more of a treat yourself Sunday afternoon, day out crisp. Or actually when I'm most likely to eat these is when I've just finished work, and sometimes we stop for a pint and I have these. It's kind of like a little before dinner snack. I would compare them to like more like a firmer Walker's crisp. I don't know, a nice bite. It's kind of like al dente, isn't it, for crisps? Like it's got a bite to it. And you want that crunch. Otherwise you feel like they're too soggy. Soggy crisps are rubbish. The only time you want a crisp to melt is when you're going for like a corn, like a maize crisp. Whatever, this isn't a maize crisp. This is like potatoes, sunflower oil, natural flavourings, green bell pepper. You should never have a melt on the mouth moment with these crisps. They should be really sort of... you wouldn't be eating them with dentures anyway. Yeah, they're quite light in colour. They're not heavily, I wouldn't say they're over flavoured, like you get the idea of the crisp, but it's not like other crisps like salt and vinegar Ringos where you're really like full of flavour, or like salt and vinegar McCoys where it's like really full of flavour. You're getting the idea of the crisp, it's not too overpowering. Definitely once you've ate 5 or 6 it really builds like the jalapeno taste, but it's still not, I wouldn't say it's any, I wouldn't class it as spicy. I was saying if we were to give it a rating out of like 5 jalapenos like for heat, if we're going to go with like a Wetherspoons rating, then I'd put it on like a 2 or a 3. Middle of the road. 544 calories per 100 grams, so what's that, about 270? Just less, 230 calories, and about 11 grams of fat. It's not my go-to, it's not a cupboard crisp. Because any type of cupboard crisp is a crisp that can also be put on a sandwich or a roll. I can't actually imagine having this with any type of dip either. I think even though it's like Mexican, it's jalapeno, I couldn't, if putting that with a salsa would be a bit weird. Like I normally share these with a friend, when we buy them, and we take turns buying them, and we have a pint at the same time. through like conversation and like one, you know, like one and then chat, little drink of your pint and then chat, then one. But actually sitting eating them is a bit of a chore. Like, any crisp you love should be available as a share bag, and that's not, because there's no market for it. Nobody's interested. It's a pub where there's no other choice. So we're getting near the end of the bag, and for me this is a bad time for eating a bag of crisps. I can only eat a bag of crisps in about 40 seconds. It's a crisp you have to be in the mood for, so I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10, because you should, like, the ultimate crisp is a crisp that just adapts to your mood. I've just grabbed like 4 there and put it in my mouth and started eating it, because I'm getting towards the end of the pack. You know, you end up sort of scooping, like you get the claw at the end of the bag. Yeah, that's not, it's enjoyable. I've been eating one sort of to get through it. Again, it's okay, but it's not. I actually think it's going to be a bit of a runny nose. Might be a little bit spicier than I anticipated. Nice if you like jalapenos. Maybe a little bit spicier than I first imagined, but that's just because it's built. If you're eating them with a friend over a pint or over a nice coffee, whatever, then it would be fine. But eating the pack, it's not a pack you can eat quickly. So if you're like me and you're constantly on the move, these crisps are not for you.